Hey everybody, welcome back to a breaking news edition of Cord Cutting Today. Kind of breaking news. Fubo last Friday successfully won a stay against Disney, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery, preventing them from launching Venu Sports, their new live TV streaming service that was actually supposed to launch later this week ahead of the college and pro football season and all the fall sports. Now, with this, a few things need to be broken down. What does this mean? What's the next step? And more. We're going to break that all down here, but as all reporters will tell you, when you go on vacation, like I just did on Friday, driving down to Florida, spent the last 2 days on the road, big news always happens. So I apologize for this being a little late, but I think it deserves its own video, and it deserves a little bit of explanation of what's happening here. So let's dive into it. But first, if you're new here, you like what we do, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people. And check us out every Monday through Friday. We post videos like this, breaking down everything happening in the world of cord cutting. With that said, let's dive into it. So on Friday, the judge finally brought his ruling and said, Fubo, for now you have temporarily won. He's going to temporarily block Venu Sports from launching its service. Now, Venu Sports is far from dead. The lawsuit is very far from over. This is just round one. I am no lawyer. I did talk to a few lawyers who kind of gave me a quick look at a few things here. Start with the fact that basically what Fubo did here is, first of all, the judge has already decided that this was a legitimate lawsuit that will proceed. Early motions to get this dismissed was long ago thrown out. Now the judge has said, okay, Fubo does have a legitimate claim here that if this service launches and they would win the lawsuit, basically the damage is already done, that they would not be able to recover from that. You can't go back and transfer money to Fubo or transfer subscribers and all kinds of stuff. The damage would have already been happened with that. So because of that, the judge has said, okay, we believe this is a legitimate lawsuit that should go forward. Doesn't mean they're going to win or lose this. And we do agree that there would be severe damage if Fubo would happen to win this lawsuit, but the service has already launched. So he put a block on it till the lawsuit is over. A lot of people are reading into this that basically Fubo has won the lawsuit. Far from it. Now, a lot of interesting things came out. One of the things that came out in the lawsuit was, in this hearing as part of the lawsuit, was that Fox, Warner Bros. And Discovery do anticipate being able to come out here and take subscribers from other services and from cable TV and move them to this service. I think their subscriber goals of 1 million plus in the first year, possible. A little aggressive. We'll see what happens there. It would not surprise me if they do hit 1 million. I would suspect in the first year, 500 to 700,000 would be the number I peg for it in total subscribers. I think the fact that they're missing a lot of channels and at the $43.99 price point will hurt them and make it difficult for them to hit 1 million in the first year. Will they hit 1 million? Yeah, I think the service, if it launches, will be successful for many people. It offers what they want. I'll talk about, hey, it doesn't have like the golf channel. It does, for a lot of people, they don't care. They're just for football and the like, basketball and other sports. And this is perfect for that. Yes, it's missing NBC and CBS content, but Paramount Plus and Peacock could fill those gaps. We also see a bundle deal of this. We'll see what happens. But I do think, though, the projection of 1 million, as they first said, is a little high. Will Disney, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery be able to launch this in the future? That's an open-ended question and we don't know the answer to. While a lot came out in the preliminary hearing, usually you just put out enough that you think will allow you to win or lose one side. You're trying to sit on whatever you think is the big thing for the actual trial. So I'm going to be interested to see what comes out. It was interesting to see the collaboration here between the three companies, and that's basically a big part of it. Fubo is arguing here that Fox, Warner Bros. Discovery, and Disney are collaborating to basically hurt their business by something they've wanted to do for a long time, of offer a sports-only package, has been blocked by requirements from those companies to say if you want to offer ESPN, you also have to have the Disney Channel. If you want Fox Sports, you also have to have Fox News, for example, and the list goes on. Now suddenly they're doing it themselves. Now a lot of people will point out, yeah, there's no reason why Disney, Fox, and others have to go directly through a third party to sell. There's no reason why they can't go direct. And that's been a big argument of theirs for some time. I think the problem is that the argument on Fubo is, well, you've acted in an anti-competitive way, making it difficult for others to compete with you as you go direct to consumer. And that's going to be the argument here that the judge is going to decide. Does Fox, Disney, and Warner Bros. Discovery have the right to launch their own content any way they want? Or should they have to allow third-party companies to do it the same way? I'm very interested. I'm actually much more interested in the potential Department of Justice investigation. The longer it goes without any announcement there, kind of makes me think that it probably won't happen. Because, we were at one point a week away from it coming out, and the Department of Justice had not launched an investigation. Now, some political figures have pushed it in the Senate, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of pressure from the very top, from the White House, as you would say, for an investigation into this, or from within the FBI and the Department of Justice and other areas to investigate on their own from the top down. It seems like mostly it's external pressure against these organizations. I think that would probably in the long run be the most critical thing here. Because if they do investigate, they do find this to be going against the best interests of the clients, anti-competitive, whatever, however you want to word it, then they could put some pretty strict limitations on this, basically say things like Disney, Fox, Warner Bros. Discovery, you can launch this, but you also have to allow Fubo, YouTube TV, and others to do the same. You can't say, for us, we'll sell cheaper, smaller packages, but you have to sell it for a significantly higher price. And I would love to see that investigation happen. I think that is much more interesting in the long run. But I'd love to know what you think. What do you think? Will Fubo win this or will they not? They definitely have had some good court rulings early that the case hasn't been thrown out. They want to stay because Fubo had come out and in a memo, and a lot of people say I was being negative on Fubo, but I've just reported what they say themselves in a memo, that if Venu Sports comes in the fourth quarter, they may become insolvent and be facing bankruptcy basically because they won't have enough money to pay their bills. Fubo is yet to become profitable. And yes, they're talking like they will become profitable. I'm going to wait and see on that. I need to see that actually become profitable. We'll see. So you leave me a comment. That's what's happening. Basically now the case gets very serious. The early limitation on this basically allowed them to say, hey, yes, I would suffer real damages if this would happen. Now they actually have to go out there and prove that there is something that should result in this being permanently blocked. For them to permanently win a lawsuit, maybe permanently block it, maybe win damages, we'll see. That bar's proof is going to be a lot higher than it was at this point in the case, is what I'm told from lawyers. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Who should win this? Should Venu Sports be allowed to launch, or should it not? You as a consumer, what do you want? So when will this probably hit court? We're probably looking at next year. I think for this football season, this is probably over. No matter what happens, it's going to be a long, dragged out process. I wouldn't be surprised if we get this pushed out to next year when all done and said before we get a ruling on this at the earliest. So leave me a comment, let me know what you think. I'll be back tomorrow with another video.